Maxime, I'm a big advocate of education around burnout in cybersecurity. And in an earlier conversation that we've had, you talked about longevity in cybersecurity. Talk to me a little bit about how you think we can really just prolong our cybersecurity professionals in the industry in a meaningful way.
I think it's there's many different pictures through, or a different lens to see this. So I think it's easier depending on what you're doing in cybersecurity, or rather, I'll put it the other way. If you're doing IR, you're probably doing the hardest part of all of this, right? I have a ton of respect for people doing IR. It's so demanding. Um, and then there's obviously a big spectrum behind that of, different type of demanding jobs in security. And for sure, cybersecurity in general, I think is quite demanding, specifically because things change all the time, because things tend to be either boring or a rush, right? So it's very binary. So I don't think there's magical answers to that, but I would say that at the experience level, so it's sort of at the strategic level, I guess. The way that I see it is that's where it's important to focus on those fundamentals and not focus on the products or the solution, because those hours, that you spend on the fundamentals and understanding, maybe it's how authentication works, or how various SaaS technologies work, or, how to think about risk in various cloud environments. Those are things that will stay for you for the rest of your career. And you're not stuck in a fight or flight mode trying to understand this new tool it's in a whole new way when you need to, because you do have all of this knowledge. The other, I think, mirror part of this, which is not strategic, maybe it's the tactical part of it, is in terms of managing, your own time and your own sanity. And I realize that saying that it's perhaps a bit of a cliche, right? But I think, I am looking at myself and my experience. I've worked a lot of time. I've worked a lot of hours. But what's important is to figure out those times when you don't need to put those hours in. And so many people have said, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And being able to offer consistency and realize, when you're starting to reach your limit and just back away from that. That's how you can, for a long time in your career, have a lot of output and achieve great things, not in, spending 48 hours up kind of researching a thing. That's not where the real value is.